Hello, everybody, and I just want to welcome you so much to this call. Stephen and I just really have a passion for inspiring healthy living and teaching you all that we want to share with you. I will say we are going to cover a lot tonight. So again, I just really want to make sure that we're really clear. Stephen and I want to make sure the information is clear to you so that you can make an informed decision. So if that decision after what you hear that we're going to share tonight is just, no, this is not what you're looking for, then that is totally fine. And we just want to hear that. If it is, yes, this makes complete sense, both, for your health and for your finances, then we want to know that also so we can answer more questions. And if there's any time that anything we say doesn't make sense to you or you still have questions, we certainly want to make sure that you ask those and we answer them clearly, because leaving here with indecision or not understanding something is not going to help you with your health to move on. And right now in our society, it is so important that we take care of our health. We cannot just leave it up to the government and healthcare because they will provide a healthcare system for us. But our choice every day is to take care of our health to avoid the healthcare system as much as possible. So I'm going to get started and I'm going to pull up our slides here so we can start talking. Oh, wait. I don't know why that keeps popping up. Okay. All right, Stephen, where is my... There it is. All right. So tonight's talk I have titled Take Healthy Back at Any Age, because really from before we're born until the day we die, our cells are constantly changing and duplicating and replacing. And so at any age, we can make a difference in how our cells produce and work and function. So think of your cells as every little cell is a computer chip that we are programming. So there's two things that have really started happening in our world. And one of those is the environmental toxins and how much they're increasing. You're hearing a lot more beaches closed, E. coli's, just pesticides. There's just so much more spraying and radiation going on with our fruits and vegetables and what they're putting into our ground system. But also, just because of all of that, we also have our food quality decreasing. And some of that is because of the pesticides, but it's also the preservatives they're using. There's a lot more flavor enhancers, emulsifiers, synthetic vitamins, meaning they aren't made from anything. They're just made in a factory and put in a pill. We have a lot more fruits and vegetables that are now GMO'd to resist pesticides and bugs and withstand droughts. So things are just less nutritious and less nutrients and pesticides. There's trans fats. They're supposed to be getting rid of those, but they're still in our foods. Artificial colors. There's even artificial colors in things like pickles that should not have an artificial color. And then, of course, growth hormones. To a lot of our dairy has growth hormones, making the cows produce more milk. So typically when I grew up, we always heard between, around 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Now we're up to 7 to 13. And if you're athletic, we're talking like 9 to almost 18 fruits and vegetables every single day. And not only do we have to eat more because of what's happening in our environment, but because they're not vine ripened and the soils are not what they should be, our fruits and vegetables have lost from 5 to 40% of their nutrient content. So back when I was a kid, I could eat broccoli and get more nutrients than I can when I eat broccoli today. So that's increasing the amount of food I need to eat every day. So oxidative stress is linked to poor health. And a lot of people ask me, what is oxidative stress? Well, I'm going to explain it this way. You all hear of antioxidants, and you see a lot of things that say they have antioxidants in them. So most of us are very familiar when we slice an apple that it's going to turn brown. And if we don't want it to turn brown, we know to put lemon juice on it. So lemon juice is the antioxidant. So again, that's why our bodies need antioxidants, because the human cell, the DNA, is hit by 10,000 times a day by those oxidants. That comes from just breathing, moving, burning the food that we ate to make energy. It's constantly creating, as I say, the exhaust that comes out of the car. And that's what's aging us. So constantly putting in those antioxidants reduces that aging, and those antioxidants are found in fruits and vegetables. So then the next question is, why fruits and vegetables over a vitamin? A lot of people think, well, I just take a vitamin so that kind of covers me. Well, a vitamin is going to have between 20 and 32 vitamins put in a capsule. So any of the bottles that you pick up in the store with a supplement label are going to have that many. But when I eat an apple, you can see the list of ingredients there. That's what I like to call them, but they're called phytonutrients, are found in an apple. That's 400 ingredients that are found in an apple. So when I eat those, the first one, if you could actually read it, says citric acid. So, I mean, you're getting your vitamin C. So they may be pulling vitamin C out and putting it in a vitamin pill, but they're not pulling out these other 399 ingredients that my body needs. So we've all heard the phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and there's a very good reason for it. The apple has many more nutrients that my body needs for that cell health than just a multivitamin. So why Juice Plus? Well, to me, Juice Plus is very unique. It first off will give you, if you take the complete shake and the trio, you're going to get 45 whole foods in your diet every day. Totally different fruits, vegetables, and berries and grains. We contain a food label, unlike a supplement label where you can only take so much. There's a warning label. A lot of times it tells you you can't take it if you're pregnant or nursing. I always say, if it says you can't take it when you're pregnant and nursing, should I take it when I'm not or can't be anymore, or a male? I mean, it's just, if it's not good for a child, it's certainly not good for me. So we can take as much of it as we need. If we feel something coming on, there's no restriction. Have 2 apples a day or take twice as much Juice Plus. It has all those phytonutrients that we talked about. We also use non-GMO ingredients. So we are using food the way it was meant to be and grown, so our bodies know exactly what to do with it. It is dairy-free and it is gluten-free. That NSF certification we have on both the Complete and the Juice Plus is a third party that comes in and looks at what we say we're putting in the product and then tests the product to make sure that truly everything we said is in there. There are no fillers or substitutes. It's what we say exactly. And then what gave me the assurance and the security as both a mom and a woman, just to know that there was research in over 35 medical journals published around the world. And these are gold standard studies, placebo controlled. So the studies are good and quality research. And these are some of the places where they've been researched. And the fact that Juice Plus allows me to even say we are the most nutritionally, most researched nutritional product in the world, I mean, that's a loaded statement there. And the fact that we can say that is amazing. And I just love that security. But to look at these hospitals and universities around the world that have chosen to see what Juice Plus will do in our bodies and then publish it, that was the turning point for me in my decision. So let's look at some of the research that they have done. The one that I really enjoy is it improves our cardiovascular wellness. We have more heart attacks and stroke. Also, if you don't have cardiovascular wellness, you're having poor circulation. We have a lot more issues with that. So to me, that is like the number one thing to improve. And then it also supports your immune system. We were a very sick family prior to Juice Plus. We were on antibiotics every year, if not multiple times a year. And I was able to watch all of those go away. So truly understanding what fruits and vegetables in this form can do for our bodies. Improves gum tissue. So you'll have better pocket depth. You won't have the bleeding gums when you floss. Reducing that oxidative stress. Again, reducing that aging effect on your cells. Reducing inflammation. A lot of the autoimmune issues we have today is due to inflammation that is just all over our bodies, not just the inflammation you get from a cut or a wound. Protecting that DNA, the fact that as your cells are duplicating and being passed on to even your unborn child, the protection of that DNA, knowing that you do not have to pass on the cancer genetics or that you can stop cells from producing wrong because you're protecting that DNA is so, so important. And there is research out there to show that that is happening. And then healthier skin, because we spend a lot of money putting things on the outside of our skin, but really true healthy skin starts from the inside out. We've also been researched for insulin resistance, abdominal fat mass. They looked at young males and watched their abdominal fat mass go down. So again, reducing the obesity problem that we have in young children. Quality of life, and then lung health. And I just have to say, we have a study done with smokers taking Juice Plus, and then a group that did not smoke and did not take Juice Plus. And actually the smokers on Juice Plus had a better lung function. Personally, I can say the reason I see this study work is because the majority of my children were on inhalers prior to Juice Plus, and all of them are off inhalers. And it's, it was within a matter of a year that we watched, we didn't need the inhalers. It's been 6 years and all of the inhalers are gone because they got expired instead of used. So that's that story. And so this is what really made sense to me. By taking Juice Plus, you're getting 30 whole foods. And when I looked at this, I was super honest with myself. And I don't eat an apple every day, let alone beets. I don't even know if I eat beets once a year, or oranges, or papaya. So I started looking at some of these basic things. I don't eat broccoli every day. I don't eat carrots every day. I certainly never eat an artichoke or parsley or cabbage. I wouldn't even know where to find a black currant, a Concord grape, a bilberry, an elderberry. You don't see these in stores. So I started realizing that it wasn't me just saying, oh, I eat healthy, I eat good. No, I eat lettuce and cucumbers and peppers, and an occasional broccoli, and none of it is vine ripened. All of it's in the stores from who knows when it was picked. And so I realized the difference was that my body was getting all 30 of these foods every single day in my cells. And that was why my health was improving. It bridged the gap between really what I do eat and what my body really needs to function at its optimal level. The complete shakes, to me, they're my breakfast. Sometimes they're even my afternoon snack or my dessert at night. I love them because of that low glycemic load on my blood sugar. I am satisfied. They're vegan. They're also non-GMO. They're gluten-free. They're dairy-free. It is a complete plant-based protein. There is no way in them. And then the fact that they have my 8 grams of fiber, and they also do contain 40% of my vitamin D. So I do take more shakes in the winter for my vitamin D replacements than just a vitamin D that I would buy in the store, not knowing, again, if my body would absorb it. So the chocolate is great with peanut butter or just by itself. Vanilla is my favorite. I can make a chai latte to a tropical smoothie. I love all of them and take them often. But then again, since we are Juice Plus and we care about the nutrition of your health, we make it easy with the capsules, and the capsules also do come in a gummy. But we also have the Tower Garden, because really we just want you to eat as many fruits and vegetables as you possibly can in a day. So the Tower Garden is great. You can use it indoors or outdoors. It goes outdoors in the summer for me. It comes indoor in the winter. You can put lights on it. It uses 90% less water than growing it in dirt, and it takes up 90% less space, and it grows 30% more because it grows faster and abundantly. It just keeps growing. There's no dirt. So it's my favorite thing to grow my lettuce in and my herbs in, because if you've ever grown lettuce in the dirt, it rains and it gets dirt and bugs all over them, and then you got to wash your lettuce, and now it's wilty and soggy. And I love that I can just pick it and put it right on my plate and into my mouth. And so the nutrition is as high as it can get. There's no refrigeration needed. And also there's no water wasting to wash anything. I have 4 of these, and I love them. They're so easy to maintain. But I have to share with you the whole reason why, we started doing this is we were a very sick family. We had a lot of asthma. We had over $700 just in medical bills every month going out to prescription medication. And so I knew that I didn't want to pass that legacy on to my children as they got older. I wanted to be able to give them good health and not say, here's your prescriptions and here's your doctors and you're going to have to pay the bill. So in order for us to do this, I was grateful the company has a child's health study. So for every paying adult, a child gets raised. Since I have 8 kids, I paid for 5 and 5 of us for free. So that took down half the cost. And then also I did join the mission to share this because I needed to be able to start making back the money to just cover the cost of the Juice Plus, because I already had so much going out in medical bills. But the goal for me was hopefully that Juice Plus would, and it certainly did, get us off of the medication and out of the doctor's office. And now my Juice Plus income pays more than our mortgage. So it's been a very nice blessing to be able to work from home. So that's where I'm going to end tonight. And I just want, to be able to thank you for listening. So you heard a little bit of my story, and I'm going to ask Stephen to unmute himself and share a little bit of his story and what he can add to our discussion.
Hey everyone. As you know, actually you might not know, I recently graduated from College of the Ozarks with a degree in agronomy and horticulture. I grew up in the garden and outdoors, and the love for gardening that my grandma had was passed immediately on to me. So with that, I also took a keen love for soil. As weird as that sounds, soil is everything. It's the base of all agriculture and society, you could almost argue. Like we were talking about earlier in the PowerPoint, the nutrition content of our vegetables has steadily gone down, and they've shown that between 5 and 40% of the nutrient content of our fruits and vegetables is depleted or gone. It's like watered down. It's not in there. Very unhealthy plants. And going through all the classes, the more I learned about our soil and everything about our agricultural system and how the traditional farmer uses the land, not to replenish it, but to either maintain or slowly deplete the soil's nutrients. The nutrients, whether they're in there, the soil or not, are just unavailable for the plant to bring up. And And it really is like, that's the reason we need 7 to 13 fruits and vegetables now. And we need to eat so many because we need those nutrients to live. But farmers aren't changing the way they're growing stuff. But we need that nutrients and that health. So yeah, I just wanted to say and confirm that from everything I've learned about soil and the few testimonies I have heard of farmers who have done stuff to grow their soil and nutrients. It takes years, often decades, to bring their soil back up to high nutrient levels and just richness and bring it back to life after all the pesticides and fertilizers have basically turned all our crops into dependent, sick crops. Even if they look healthy from the outside, they are sick and they are depleted of nutrients. Sort of like today's Americans. They might look healthy on the outside, but on the inside, if you just saw their veins and the health of their cells, like we often hear and we know is true, a heart attack doesn't develop within a day, it develops over years. And that's the same thing with plants. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Stephen, for sharing. And, we just want to answer any questions that you may have. And again, I really want to state, like, if this doesn't make sense to you, it's not answering your health needs, then please know that we are very content with you saying, no, I need to look at a different avenue. But if this did make sense to you, then we want to make sure that you get started and that, you start answering the needs to your cells, health, and your family's health too. And if you understand the mission that we have to just share healthy living around the world and watch America and other countries get healthy, then we want to be able to share too how we do that and make money doing that in this business. And we just love what we do, and we're here to answer any questions you have. So thank you so much for coming and for joining us, and we'll talk soon.